On RuPaul's Drag Race, there's never been a Final Five before, and it's time to explain why the change from a Final Four occurred. Season 14 shocked fans in its penultimate episode thanks to a double shanty. Although this was nowhere near the first episode without an elimination this season, it does mark the first time in Drag Race history that audiences get 5 finalists. The shift has left many fans wondering why RuPaul Charles and the production team decided that now is the time to change the show's format. When it comes to the season, some fans are pointing fingers at one queen, Daya Betty. Daya has been a standout of the season. She was eliminated in her first RuPaul's Drag Race episode and then brought back an episode later, once the whole cast was united. She has been a cutthroat queen who's unafraid to speak her mind and fight for what she wants. Some fans say Daya got a villain edit, but her mean streak only lasted for a few episodes. Fans have noticed that the queen's edit may be lacking compared to her castmates, and that may link her to season 14 getting a Final Five. For years, viewers have speculated that production uses a heavy hand to position Drag Race a certain way. Some fans have claimed that this maneuvering starts when a season is being cast and believe that production may know the frontrunners before filming even begins. By having a few queens in mind, the crew and RuPaul are able to make sure a queen's story is prepared so it's well fleshed out throughout the season. Take Willow Pill, for example. Willow from Drag Race has a rare chronic illness, cystinosis, which has impacted her throughout her life. Her story throughout the season was edited to make sure that viewers were aware of that. There were multiple segments about how Willow has dealt with a chronic illness and how it has affected her during the competition. She was asked questions about it during confessionals. Also, during the Tic Tac lunch with RuPaul and Michelle Visage, and both of the judges were aware that Willow from Drag Race has cystinosis. In fact, Michelle was able to name the health issue in her question. Daya didn't have any of that. The queen is a type 1 diabetic. An argument can be made that diabetes is very different than cystinosis, and while that's true, it doesn't discount the obstacles that Daya faced throughout the competition. In her own Tic Tac lunch with Ru and Michelle, the two did not seem to have the same knowledge about Daya's background as they did Willow's. Michelle asked point blank if Daya was diabetic, even though Daya told RuPaul about it on day 1. Daya revealed in her lunch that she has had to hide her insulin pump in every one of her looks. It could have been interesting to see some of that in her story throughout the RuPaul's Drag Race season, but Daya didn't really get the same attention as Willow. That lack of backstory throughout season 14 has led some fans to believe that Daya was not meant to make it as far as she has. However, she has delivered consistently throughout the season, surprising everyone after returning from her episode 2 elimination. Now that she is in the finale, Daya has a solid shot at snatching the crown. Only time will tell if this queen can pull off such a comeback and win the $150,000 RuPaul's Drag Race prize, so be sure to catch the show's season 14 finale when it airs in VH1 on April 27.
Hoping it, like this, like this, like this, like hoping it.